Hey everyone, I'm Dave with the Sorcerer's Vault, and today we're taking a full walking tour of one of Walt Disney World's most charming and compact moderate resorts, Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter. This resort takes its inspiration from the historic French Quarter of New Orleans, with cobblestone streets, wrought iron balconies, gas-style lanterns, and jazz music floating through the air. It's got a small footprint compared to other moderates, but it's packed with atmosphere and detail. From the colorful buildings and relaxing riverfront paths to the Mardi Gras flair and fan-favorite beignets, French Quarter has a personality all its own. Whether you're considering a stay here or just want to see what makes this resort stand out, we're going to walk the whole thing, show you where everything is, and wrap it up with a quick review and a few helpful pros and cons. Let's head in and take a look at Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter. Our tour begins right here in the main entrance and lobby area, also known as Port Orleans Square. This space really sets the tone for the resort. It's warm, colorful, and full of that classic New Orleans charm. You'll see wrought iron railings, tiled floors, arched windows that let in plenty of natural light, and decorative touches that echo the French Quarter style. As you enter, the check-in area is off to the right, where friendly cast members are ready to welcome you with that laid-back southern hospitality. It's a smaller, more efficient space compared to some of the larger moderates, and while there isn't a ton of seating here, the overall vibe is cozy and relaxed. Again, it's not a huge lobby, but that fits with the rest of the resort. Everything here feels a little more intimate, a little more relaxed, and that starts the moment you walk in. Just off the main lobby is Jackson Square Gifts and Desires, the resort's gift shop and one of the main stops for guests heading through this part of the building. The theming here continues that elegant southern charm from the check-in area, with soft lighting and a layout that feels like you've stepped into the interior of a New Orleans plantation-style home. Inside, the shop carries a solid mix of Disney merchandise, apparel, plush, pins, and resort-branded souvenirs, along with a small section of snacks, drinks, and travel essentials in case you need anything during your stay. It's a cozy little space, not overwhelming in size, but thoughtfully designed and convenient for a quick stop before heading to the parks or winding down after a day out. Across from the lobby check-in area and gift shop, you'll find the resort's main dining spaces, starting with Scat Cat's Club Cafe. This is the spot to grab one of French Quarter's most iconic treats, the Mickey-shaped beignets. Here you can stop in for a quick order of fresh, warm beignets, plain, filled, or even in a sundae, and pair them with coffee, cold brew, or even a spiked drink if you're in the mood for something extra. It's a small space, but it's usually got a sweet smell in the air and a little buzz of activity, especially in the mornings and evenings when the beignet cravings hit. Just past that is Sassagoula Floatworks Food Factory, the resort's main quick service dining location. Themed like a Mardi Gras float warehouse, it's bright and open and features playful decorations that bring a festive New Orleans energy to the dining experience. The vibe is fun without being overwhelming, and it ties in nicely with the rest of the resort's charm. The food court itself is spacious and easy to navigate, with several stations offering a wide range of choices. You'll find the usual staples: burgers, pizza, chicken tenders, but also some Louisiana-inspired favorites like shrimp and grits, jambalaya, and gumbo. There's also a customizable bowl station, a bakery case with dessert and pastries, and grab-and-go options if you're in a hurry. It's a convenient stop any time of the day, whether you're grabbing breakfast before hitting the parks or winding down with something hearty in the evening. Now, with the main lobby and dining areas behind us, we're heading outside to explore the rest of the resort grounds, and this is really where French Quarter starts to shine. As soon as you step out, you're greeted by cobblestone paths, gas-style lanterns, rows of colorful buildings designed to look like the historic New Orleans townhomes, and lines of palm trees that sway gently in the breeze. It all comes together to create a peaceful, almost storybook atmosphere. There's a quiet charm to this resort. It's compact, walkable, and full of little details that make it easy to slow down and soak it all in. So let's take a stroll through the grounds and see what makes this resort such a hidden gem in the moderate category. From the main building, we're turning left and making our way into the North Quarter, one of the resort's two main guest room areas. The theming here is instantly charming. You'll notice the wrought iron railings, the shuttered windows, pastel-colored facades that make each building feel like a unique New Orleans townhome. The landscaping is neat and peaceful, with brick-lined pathways winding between the buildings and plenty of shady trees and greenery throughout. One of the fun little touches in this section is the decorative fountain featuring a group of frogs spitting streams of water into the center. It's whimsical, playful, and totally on theme for the French Quarter. This area is also incredibly quiet. Even when the resort is full, it still feels calm and secluded, perfect for a peaceful morning walk or an evening stroll after the parks. And depending on which building you're in, you're only a short walk from the main lobby and food court, making the North Quarter a great mix of charm and convenience. Leaving the North Quarter, we're following the path along the back edge of the resort, right along the banks of the Sassagoula River. This walkway leads us towards the South Quarter section, and while it's more open and exposed than some other areas of the resort, the river views make it a nice, quiet stretch for a leisurely stroll. Just behind the main pool, which we'll check out shortly, you'll pass the resort's boat dock. This is where you can hop aboard a relaxing water taxi that runs between French Quarter and Disney Springs, as well as between French Quarter and Riverside, just upriver. It's a scenic, slow-paced ride and a nice break from the buses, especially if you're heading to dinner at Disney Springs or just want to explore the sister resort next door. From here, we'll continue on towards South Quarter, the second half of the resort's guest room areas. Much like the North Quarter, the buildings here are styled to resemble New Orleans townhomes, with pastel facades, again shuttered windows, and the wrought iron railings that give each section a little personality of its own. The vibe is calm, relaxed, and everything feels just a short walk from the resort's main amenities. As you explore this area, keep an eye out for some fun little details, like the iron horse hitching post near the stairways and entry paths. They're easy to miss, but they really add to the historic charm of the theming. There's also a small fountain nestled in one of the courtyards, offering just the right amount of background ambience as you walk by. You'll find more of those brick-lined pathways here too, winding through quiet corners and tucked away courtyards that make the area feel almost residential, like a peaceful little neighborhood along the river. If you're staying in the South Quarter, you're conveniently close to the pool, boat dock, dining, while still getting that same quiet charm the resort is known for. And before we make our way to the main pool, we're swinging back past the main building real quick to point out something we missed earlier, the arcade. Just off the side of the lobby near the main entrance, you'll find the South Quarter Games, a small arcade with a mix of video games, racing simulators, and classic favorites like air hockey. It's not huge, but it's a fun little spot for kids or grown-ups who want to take a break from the parks or cool off indoors for a bit. It's one of those easy to miss details, but nice to have if you're spending any downtime at the resort. From here, we're going to be heading toward the main pool, and the walkover is just as much a part of the experience. As you make your way down the central path, you're greeted by one of the resort's most whimsical features, a lively group of alligator statues, each playing a different musical instrument. Trumpets, trombones, drums, it's a full-on jazz band, frozen mid-performance, and it adds a ton of personality to the walk. The bright colors, playful poses, and Mardi Gras energy make this one of the most photographed spots at French Quarter, and it really captures the spirit of the resort in the best way. By the time you reach the end of the path, you're not just arriving at the pool, you're marching in with the band. Now, before we actually head into the main pool area, we're going to make one more quick stop, this time at Mardi Gras, the resort's poolside bar. You'll find it just off to the side of the pool entrance, and while it's not flashy or over-themed, it's a convenient spot to grab a drink and take a break. The vibe here is relaxed and easygoing. It's a nice place to cool down with a cold beer, frozen cocktail, or soft drink while the kids splash around in the pool. The menu includes a variety of drinks, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic, along with a few light snacks if you're feeling hungry between park visits or pool time. It's a simple setup, but it does exactly what you want a pool bar to do. Keep things laid back and low effort while you enjoy your day in the sun. Now we're finally stepping into Doubloon Lagoon, the resort's main pool area, and without a doubt one of the most fun and memorable parts of Port Orleans French Quarter. Right at the entrance, you're welcomed by a larger-than-life jester statue, setting the tone for the whimsical theming you'll find throughout the area. It's a playful touch that gives you a hint of what's to come as you step into the pool deck. The centerpiece here is Scales, a massive sea serpent style water slide that winds its way through the pool area and ends with a splash out of the serpent's open mouth. It's colorful, creative, and totally unique. You won't find another slide like this anywhere else on Disney property. The pool itself is a large lagoon style layout with plenty of space to spread out, splash around, or just float and relax. Surrounding the water are lounge chairs, umbrellas, and a good mix of sunny and shaded spots depending on what you're looking for. And just off to the side is a splash play area for younger kids, complete with water features and fountains that keep the little ones cool and entertained. It's a nice touch for families with smaller children who may not be ready for the big slide just yet. And while it may not be the biggest pool at a moderate resort, the theming and atmosphere here make it a standout. Between the serpent slide, the jazzy background music, and the overall vibe, Doubloon Lagoon feels like a perfect fit for the resort, playful, relaxed, and full of charm. As we wrap up our time here at French Quarter, we're going to take the scenic path along the Sassagoula River, heading towards Riverside, which is just a short walk or boat ride away. It's a peaceful way to end the tour, and while we walk, let's go over a few pros and cons to help you decide if French Quarter is the right fit for your next Disney stay. So on the pros side, it's very compact and walkable. Everything at this resort is just a short walk away, from your room to the pool, lobby, dining, or transportation. It's incredibly easy to navigate, which makes it great for families or anyone who wants a low-stress layout. It has really unique theming with a lot of charm. The New Orleans style architecture, the jazz influences, and the fun little touches like the musical gators and the iron hitching post give French Quarter a personality all its own. It's immersive without being over the top. The boat transportation. The boat service to Disney Springs and Port Orleans Riverside is a relaxing and scenic alternative to the buses and adds a nice bonus to the overall experience. And lastly, the Mickey beignets. The Mickey beignets, this is the only Disney World resort where you can get the Mickey-shaped beignets, and they're reason enough for some guests to stop by even if they're not staying here. And honestly, the Mickey beignets are enough to book a stay here all by themselves. On the flip side, let's talk about some cons now. There's no table service restaurant here. Unlike other moderate resorts, French Quarter does not offer a full-service dining option. If you want a sit-down meal, you'll need to head over to Riverside or venture into one of the parks or another resort. Limited amenities compared to some of the larger resorts. The smaller footprint of French Quarter means fewer options overall. You won't find multiple dining locations or a wide variety of recreational features like you would at some bigger properties. There's minimal Disney character presence. The resort leans more into its New Orleans theme than Disney characters or the Disney storytelling. It's beautiful and well executed, but it might not feel Disney enough for families with some younger kids. Now, as we make our way down the Sassagoula toward Riverside, it's a good time to reflect on what makes French Quarter such a standout in the moderate category. It may not have all the bells and whistles of a larger resort, but what it does have, it does really well. It has a compact layout, strong theming, unique perks like the beignets and the boat access, and an overall vibe that's relaxed without feeling remote. Whether you're planning your first trip or looking for something a little different on your next stay, Port Orleans French Quarter delivers something special, and it just might surprise you with how much it has to offer in a smaller footprint. If you've stayed here before, I'd love to hear what you thought. Drop a comment and let me know your favorite part of French Quarter. And if you've enjoyed this tour, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more resort walkthroughs, ride POVs, planning tips, and all things Walt Disney World, right here on the Sorcerer's Vault. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon.